proud of myself for avoiding spoilers.
I think I might have seen one just scrolling on Instagram, but I didn't like stay on it too long, so I don't know. But I just kept scrolling.
I think I saw in the thumbnail of a video one, but it wasn't the one I cared most about. So, well, welcome everyone to our final of our trilogy, or as I recently coined, the finalogy, which is the finale of a trilogy.
I like that.
Reacting to the Goodreads Choice Awards. Hello, everyone. I don't know how long this one will go, because I think we'll mostly just be like, yeah.
I don't have any that I'm like, ooh, like last year I was very invested in like the fantasy category and maybe even sci-fi. This year I'm just like, let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously I'm invested in mystery thriller because I've done the work. Though I did not.
How did you do the work?
I missed the effing. We're still within the first 5 minutes. I missed the effing voting day, so I did not get to vote for my favorite.
No!
I misremembered the dates, so I didn't. Oh, hi Nigel, you sweet boy. So I'm so bitter, but it will only matter if it loses by 1 vote. So, oh, thank you. Yes. If you've not seen, I posted my video today earlier than the rest of my collaborators for tedious scheduling reasons, but those are all coming tomorrow, so I will make sure I post all of that when it gets here tomorrow. Yay! Okay.
I'm just so impressed by all of you. I was telling this to Angela. Y'all have some commitment that I ain't got. Even if I was in a better reading space, I ain't got it. I am so impressed.
Yes.
Because I know she was having a very mid time in the fantasy category.
Yeah, she sounded like she had it was a very mid-year for her. Little sweet Nigel.
That's how I feel about Goodreads too. Just it's one employee. Sweetie.
Yeah, I guess that's why they had to cut off voting early. Because so I did not get to vote for The Last Devil to Die, which was my favorite, but
the results are in.
Okay. My final guess before I click on this is that I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna stick with my guess of none of this is true wins, even though
Sherry Lapina.
That's the Lisa Jewell that I hated. So
okay,
just in keeping with their on-brandedness of rewarding books I don't like, that's going to be my guess. Oh,
what?
Okay, that was my vote. That was my guess by the numbers. When I pulled the numbers, this is the one I said would win. Okay.
How did you feel? I haven't watched your video yet, though. Wait,
how dare you not watch an hour-and-a-half video that I released on a work day?
I don't like that cover. First, it bothers me. I get what they're going, but I don't like it.
You know, it's okay. It's fine. I gave it 3.5 stars. It's very page turnery. It's very entertaining. It's very like no thoughts, just vibes. So yeah, it's fine. Wow. I definitely prefer this over None of This Is True. So I'm actually okay with this. But okay.
And it's not, who is the one you absolutely hate? Or not hate, but like you didn't want to
Alice Feeney. Yeah. Well, she wasn't going to win anyway by the numbers. Okay, None of This Is True was the runner-up. Did I call this or did I call this?
I think that
this is, I want to say the actual order that I put these when I went by the numbers, strictly by the numbers. Okay.
Look at Riley Sticker getting beat out. We love to see it.
Well, he didn't have, if you looked at the numbers of the number of people who've read him, he just like, he wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a little different than what I guessed, but I think I did call these top 3 correctly. Yeah.
Well, let's say she knows her genre.
Yeah. Well, no, I can do a sort by ascending or descending. Was really a sort by descending. That was
More,
really all
give
it
yourself
was.
more credit, Nigel. Stop it.
Also hating the Lucid Jewel, love that for you. Some people did love that, and I will say, so I've heard that if you listen to the audiobook of the Lisa Jewel, you probably liked it a lot better because it had like a performance.
A performance. Is that the
Um,
same? I think I said this in the last stream, but I feel like another book she wrote I thought was so meh.
yeah, you told me you read the one with the kidnapped daughter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nigel, you can't lift your
I
feet
think
in front of the people.
I left the Lisa Jewel not confident that she thinks that pedophilia is wrong, so I just don't feel great about that.
Yikes.
But it's okay if the victim is a real bitch, it's okay. That's kind of what I took away from it. I was like, is there
Oh
a
my
layer
word.
of meaning that I'm missing here? Like, uh, um, but some people did like it better than me, so I'm not trying to yuck your yum. It wasn't for me. Each year there are less and less books I've read as I dive further into romance backlist, but love seeing the outrage and joy from those who do read new releases.
I need to join you in the backlist because frontlist has been doing me very few favors. I feel like
Yeah.
the only one from this final thing that I want to read is the Bright Young. Is it Bright Young Women?
Yeah. Yeah, Bright Young Women was really good. That was my runner up for my ranking. If I were going to give you 3 to read from what I read, I would say The Last Devil to Die, but it will break your heart.
And I do need to read the first 2, right? Or
You have
that's
the first 3. You got to read
Lord have
3.
mercy.
I
Okay.
know, but you got it. It's good. Bright Young Women, I would recommend if you're looking for a standalone, and I would also recommend
Oh yes,
Sinners Bleed if you're
that is
looking for a
on my
standalone.
list. Okay.
Those are the only 3 of the ones that I got that I'm keeping from this whole project. So, yeah. This is a good point. I was surprised this one considering The Housemaid didn't even make the top 10 last year.
Oh, the first one by this author.
Yeah, even though it was super popular, so
I feel like all the dangerous things. Did I start that one at DNF because I was bored?
I wouldn't blame you. I thought it was pretty boring. I did the audiobook. I hated it still. Least favorite Lisa Joel. Okay, well, if you guys I just want to create a safe space for you if you did enjoy that book. I
Welcoming.
I didn't enjoy it cuz it's not my trope set, and then by the end of the book to still have a question mark as to if the book thinks that pedophilia is bad, that really tipped me
That
over
is
the edge.
so. Okay, I did start all the dangerous things and DNF'd it earlier this year.
Yeah. She is a good her actual writing I think is nice, but her plots are just not for me. Like I find them kind of blah.
Hmm. There's just yeah.
Yeah, the book I'm sure yeah, I am sure Lisa Jewell herself is, you know, I'm not accusing her of harming children, but I just think that the book was too ambiguous.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Well,
that was a month of my
there's
life that's
that.
now over. Oh, look at this. I'm so glad that this got so low because this was the other one that I was like, this is trash.
Oh,
This
the
one,
Maid's Diary.
I'll just say, is fear mongering around abortion.
The Maid's Diary.
Yes, and I did
Oh.
not appreciate that. Which has
No.
become, it's got a specific thing it does that I've actually seen in a couple of thrillers now. And I'm like, can we stop this being somebody's tragic backstory? Like, I don't
Oh.
appreciate this.
Wait, did the same author, Frida McFadden, have 2 books on the
She
list?
did. Yeah, coworker. I didn't
Oh.
like this one as much, but At least it had some kind of diversity. Like there's a neurodivergent character here. Some of them do have diversity, but it also just like, I don't know. There was a lot of rich white people, like rich straight white people in these books, and after a while it got a little bit boring. Um
Oh,
but
well, yeah, I don't dip into the mystery thriller genre that much.
I'm gonna be honest, if this is the list you're working from, I wouldn't recommend you do. So um but there you go. That was a month of my life. Let's go back to the main list.
All
Rebecca won.
right. I'm actually surprised that Yellowface won.
I'm a little surprised too. I think that this I maybe the Oprah books got like a split vote or something.
Yeah, because I was sure that, because I mean, that's a massive gap, 200,000 votes. And then
Wow.
the next one is 60.
Whoa. That's
That's crazy. Like, I was for sure thought it was going to be someone of the book club ones, but that is
yeah.
wild.
That is pretty crazy.
I mean, I'm happy, but I just didn't think, I thought it would definitely be on there, but to win by in that margin is cray.
I am really surprised. Yeah, I find that very surprising. I will mention somebody left a comment telling us that Meg Schaefer is actually not a debut author. This is a nom de plume for Tiffany Reich, who writes extremely erotic books.
Oh,
So apparently, this is her rebranding.
okay.
So,
All right.
you know,
I don't know. When you said extremely, I was like, "Uh-oh, what are you about to say?"
Oh yeah,
There's
that
a
could
lot
have
of
gone a lot of ways. No, she has a series with like a priest, I believe.
Mm.
So like they're not just erotic, they're also like taboo.
Ooh,
So
like what's that? Well, interesting. That's
you
such a
would never
good.
guess from this like sweet little bookcase cover.
I know it looks so simple. I wonder now. I need to. I need to read The Wishing Game.
Oh, okay.
The Right Move. What's The Right Move? I thought that
I
was a
think that's in a
romance.
different category.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jojo Moyes.
Um, let's see here. Oh, there's another category with
I'm gonna guess it's romantasy.
I'm gonna guess it's oh yeah, either I think romance and romantasy because I bet romance Emily Henry won by a country mile.
Yeah. Country Mile. Yes.
That's my I would assume so at least. Um okay, and then historical fiction. I think I saw that Wayward one. I kind of love
Okay.
this.
Well, now I need to. Okay, I forgot that the Heaven and Earth and grocery store. For some reason, I thought that was in Litfic. These are see that is more sense. 62,000 to 46.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I think I borrowed Wayward from the library, so when it comes back around, I will listen to it or read
Yeah.
it.
My guess here is that because some people thought it was fantasy, like I think it crossed over between
Mhm.
fantasy readers and historical fiction readers. So it had
Yeah.
like more people who'd read it.
Let's give it a try. But yeah, I called the Covenant of Water the second one, but
It may have won if it wasn't so dang long, because isn't it like 600 pages
yes,
or something?
I think it's close to 700. Good
Good
God.
lord.
Just so long.
I don't
Oh my Lord. I
do
can't.
this to us. Oh,
Wayward
and
is on
Wayward is
Kindle.
on Kindle Unlimited right now.
Hmm.
Look at that.
Wishing Game gave me Magic Treehouse feels. Cozy fantasy vibes, even though it isn't fantasy. Oh.
There
Hmm.
we go. Okay. So that's historical fiction. And then romance, we know Emily Henry won
Let's see her margin.
by a pretty good chunk. But not,
157.
I mean, it's very dramatic here, these three.
Yes. 96. Okay. That's very fitting to what I thought. Glad to see. Was Abby Jimenez the author last time we were talking about that I was like, I need to read? I think.
Yeah, Abby Jimenez is one I want to read.
Okay.
I've heard really good things about her books. So I'll check her out. I know Monet in the chat was saying that she felt like the right move should have won. I will say that the cover is not helping it, so that might have been part of it.
At all.
Though it is better
A
than
lot
the
of these,
architectural plan.
God, so glad that it not win. Is what is that romantic comedy? What is that? Is that a romance?
Which one?
The romantic
Oh
comedy?
no, this is literary fiction that's masquerading as a comedy or as
The
a rom com.
rude.
Yeah.
For
Let's see here. Well, yes, that is
yes.
definitely our conspiracy theory.
Oh, it's correct. Is correct. Yeah.
I really liked Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Need to read the sequel. Yeah, I've heard great things. I need to
Okay.
just find
Let
one
me
where I like what the
have this on my library. Part of your world.
Ooh, Julia Whalen does the audible for Emily Henry. Yeah, I think I've heard her narrate a few times, but I know people really enjoy her. I'm trying to
I listen to book
remember.
lovers, and I just know Miss Emily is not who I'm going to for romance.
I really love her writing, but I don't know. I think I need a break. I probably
Yeah,
won't
her
read
writing
her.
is good. It's just yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. Okay, now romantasy. Who could have who's going to win, Jess?
Okay, I don't know. It might be a really close tie between one of Jennifer L. Armentrout's books that look the same, but apparently they're different, or this book
What
that I've heard of about dragons. I don't know though.
or it could be one of Carissa Broadbent's books that all
Very
look the
true.
same but apparently are different.
Yes, there is so there. Who knows? We might.
Oh,
Oh my god!
oh my god,
I
shock.
cannot imagine.
Oh my god. This is
I
like
don't think
less
I
than
have ever.
10% of votes.
Oh my god! Have the numbers ever been that
This
fucking
is
different?
amazing, actually.
397 and then 33.
This is why they had to create a different category. Literally right here.
Oh my god.
That is so
Three.
funny.
That is fucking wild. But literally, everybody and their mama, even when we hosted Friendsgiving, so some of his friends, they have a book club. They did invite me. But the one guy in the book club is newer to reading. He was like, I was hearing about this book, Fourth Wing. And I was like, oh.
I've had people, yeah, people who are like, "Oh, you read books. Have you read that Fourth Wing book?"
Yeah. Literally, that's the one. So many people who I'm not following, but you like regularly, if I saw like a fitness account come up or like people I follow who are not bookish, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, I just picked it." They're like, "I got a Kindle and I'm reading Fourth Wing." Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
gosh. This is comical. And then Assistant to the Villain, which I call the Brandon Sanderson Secret Project romantasy, because that's what the cover looks like. I am a little
wow.
surprised Carissa Broadbent outdid Jennifer L. Armentrout.
Maybe people are tired of them saying goddamn.
Well, and her vote got split between two different books, but
Yeah,
even with those combined, the Carissa would have beat her. Okay. I mean, I have seen Carissa Broadbent all over my TikTok,
I know.
so
I'm tempted, but I don't know because I'm. But wow.
yeah.
Jennifer, the titles. Because what are they? It's the same book. The title and the cover, they're the same. And I'm just like, do they keep reprinting this book? And then it'll be like, oh no, that's from Blood and Ash spinoff number 3, book 7.5. And I'm like,
How do you I don't know. I know people have made the joke, but like truly they all have the same like two cover designers.
yes. They like, ooh, some gray, a pop of red.
Yeah, and then they have like
Like those
a
4 on the
little
bottom
bag.
row, if I glance, they look the same.
They're the same. They have like a little bag of different nouns and adjectives,
Mm-hmm.
and they just like pull them out to come up with what the title is going to be.
From Blood and
And
Ruin.
on
Perfect.
it. Yes. dusk of Twilight
Anytime I'm
and
reading a
magic.
fantasy, Andrew's always like, "What are you reading now? Sword of Stone, the Blood of Thieves, or something?" And I'm like, "You're close."
Yeah, this
Yeah,
here you go.
it is, and I mean, because especially think about all the people who bought it from Amazon, and then it's probably, I don't know if on Amazon it markets Goodreads, so maybe people who even didn't normally have a Goodreads before voted this. That
Mhm.
is crazy.
Which, I have problems with this book conceptually as an entity,
Mhm.
but I will always say anything that gets people excited about reading, gets them into reading more, gets them into like trying new authors that might be similar, and maybe that leads them to a gateway. Like, I love that. Like, not enough
Yeah.
people read. If this gets people into reading, I love that. But this is wild that SJM books have gotten about 100,000 votes when they've won in the past. And this
Crazy.
has
I ain't seen
nearly
nothing.
400,000 votes.
That is woof. Yeah. Mm.
Uh yeah.
It really isn't. It really. I feel like that was a term. The term. Did TikTok make the term up too? Romantasy. And they've run with it
Yeah.
because obviously there's paranormal romance, like you said. Like this should be wider than just fantasy romance. But I feel like that probably was another TikTok because that's just what's running the world now. It's TikTok
Yeah.
trends, which
But
is
yeah, I think I will say I do think that this is an improvement because for a while people kept saying that they liked fantasy and what they actually liked was
fantasy
romantic fantasy because people were ashamed to say that they liked romance.
romance.
So I'm all here for us like owning the fact that like what I like about this Sarah J. Maas book
Is the
is
romance.
the fairy dick, not
Yes.
and the magic, but I'm here I want the fairy
Yeah.
dick or else
But
I
that's
don't
not
want
her
it.
the world building, not the strength. You want the romance and sex. And that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's, that's fine. What my problem is when and with Sarah Janet and same with Rebecca, I Google did not tell me her middle name, so I have deemed to call her Rebecca Catherine. And I'm like, I need you to focus on the romance part of this romantic fantasy, okay?
Yeah, like I'm here, like I'm waiting for you to, everybody makes fun of that Sarah J. Moss scene where he fucks her in the air, but like this is what I want from fantasy romance.
Ah,
Like I can read a
that's when you
contemporary
piss
romance if
me
they're
off.
gonna get it on in a bed. Like I could just go read like a, second chance boy next door romance for that. If you're gonna have fantasy element, like why not have them
No.
fuck in the air? Come on, like get creative. Like
Oh, they
have
will.
the dick be weird. I don't know.
They're
Like this
impaling themselves on penises in SJM books, okay? I'm like,
well,
impaled. Did it come
they're
out your stomach? What's
well,
going
considering they're 10 inches long normally, that
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that's an
And they're
impaling.
steel. Remember, they're like
But
coated
they're
steel.
velvet steel.
Velvet coated
Velvet covered steel. But how
Oh my
I would
god.
be very scared if I put my hand down there and it felt like the Velveteen Rabbit. That would be
Yeah.
kind of scary. I think.
Like, do we need to talk about something?
Are you have
Is
you been
there
to free clinic recently? Like what's going on here? Oh,
this is a safe space. Please let me know first, though. Great
incredible
time.
time to be joining this live show. Yes, Ashley, it truly is. Actually, everybody go check out Ashley's amazing number driven journalism on the mystery thriller category. Um, yeah, she has great
Okay.
videos. I think she made one reacting today to the winners, but I didn't read it or didn't watch it yet because I wanted to be unspoiled. But um,
Je ne sais
romancy has a
quoi.
certain je ne sais quoi, aka fairy pee. Oh, let's see here.
I can't.
Yes,
I don't
Lindsay,
know if I've read
exactly.
it besides in Sarah Janet.
What?
I don't know if I've read Fucking in the Air besides in another book besides Sarah Janet, but maybe I have. I don't know.
I mean, I feel actually I've read some sci-fi romance where that happens because they're like
Mm.
an alien that can fly.
Mm.
and they have like mating rituals in the sky.
I thought you were gonna say they're just floating because no gravity, and they're just so it's like, how is that gonna
Or
work?
that. Yeah, literal hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. Why not? Have fun. Mara made me read it. Yes, exactly. Come on in. Just go for it, I say, in general.
Well, what
Um,
a
this this
wow.
world is so boring and so depressing. Like, if I'm gonna
So
read,
depressing.
yeah,
Just read something for fun sometimes.
yeah. Okay, moving on to fantasy that
I don't even
doesn't
remember
have
what was nominated in this game.
fairy banging. I think it's gonna be Brandon, Cassandra, or Lee Bardugo. There you go.
Oh, okay. Lee Bardugo. Brandon came in at 57.
I am shocked
Okay.
Samantha Oh, and Cassandra Clare is 7th? V.E.
I knew my
Schwab
Amina wasn't
6th?
gonna win, but I still had hope.
I know. She 8 is not bad.
Above Mark Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that book was not great. Angela was on the struggle bus with this one. I think her
When she
video
was like, I have to read, I was like, good luck.
yeah.
Ooh. I've heard good things about the Will of Minnie though, so I do want to read that one.
That's on my TBR now because people had such good things to say. So is Venko
Yes.
Coven.
I also heard didn't you read Rich King? Because she said that was boring.
I just like Martha Wells's writing so much that I was into it, but I agree the plot was not good, but I liked the writing and the characters. So, but Martha Wells is another one I'm taking a break from next year because I read 3 books from her this year, and I think I kind of got burnt out.
It's all sometimes good to take a break and you come back and you're like, oh, I've missed this.
Yeah, I think I'm just we're gonna take a little bit of space. It's not a breakup, it's just a little space.
All right, Hellbent. I mean, I'm surprised Encyclopedia.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by both of these, actually. I mean, I know that TikTok loves the Samantha Shannon series. Interesting. I have this, but I haven't read it yet.
I would be interested to hear your thoughts since we have slightly different definitions of what we consider cozy fantasy. So I would like to hear what you think because I read it and I didn't love it as much as I was hoping to, but I'm still going to read the next one that comes out next month.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to hear your thoughts.
Okay. Well, I'll report back. This is an interesting question. Why do you think that Bookshops and Bone Dust isn't higher given how popular Legends and Lattes was?
I don't know. Maybe because I know it just came out before
I think that's
at
part
the
of it.
beginning of November, so maybe. And I know a lot of people loved Legends and Lattes, but maybe not. We're like, I'm fine with this. I don't need to read the next one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's new.
It did that well, actually.
Yeah, that's what Danielle is saying. I feel like I didn't hear actually that much hype about it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, I mean, I don't get many book talk videos, but I feel the ones I've gotten for Samantha Shannon have been the Bone season. But maybe I was confusing it with this because there is a new cover of the Bone.
Don't let them fool you into reading the Bone season. It's so boring and bad.
Ooh.
It would have been when it first came out, I'm sure it was poppin', but it's just things have progressed a lot in terms of like what you expect from an urban fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Someone's saying that she may have reworked it for the 10th anniversary edition.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's too late. I already bought it. But
oh, okay. Well, if you have the 10th anniversary edition, I hope you enjoy it more than I did. I DNF'd it.
What am I gonna? 2024 is a spoiler for one of my upcoming videos. I really need to rein in my book spending. Me and beautiful gowns.
I was watching your anticipated, and I was like, okay, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not claiming to be cured overnight.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fantasy, and now we have sci-fi, which everyone agreed was like not very a good what?
Oh, that's a wait. I don't remember. That was a sci-fi.
It is, and it's not very good.
Oh, I really thought it'd be like Pierce Brown,
I mean, it's
or
okay.
John Scalzi. Just interesting. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Shannon is reworking the entire series instead of finishing it. I no longer read her. Whoa.
So is she
Okay.
never going to finish it, or like how many
Maybe
books?
she must be reworking it to finish it, but
Mm.
that's sus. I'm I mean,
The
I
starter
didn't
villain's cover was just it's just superior. So
yeah, I didn't hate In the Lives of Puppets, but it was not worthy of winning.
I didn't read it, and I sold my Fairy Loot copy. So
Yeah.
yeah, this category is just so like besides like I know that and I know the cover doesn't matter, but besides knowing that Red Rising is sci-fi, if I was just looking at so many of these books, I'd be like, I would not call like some of them, yeah, Ascension, The Deep Sky, maybe the Gin Bot, and like
I keep my exoskeletons to myself. I actually heard many people saying that this was great, so I'm
yes,
actually
I do want to
reading
read it,
that.
but I don't know that I would think that was sci-fi.
I wouldn't
And just by cover alone, like obviously like
or like
Murderbot,
The Ferryman.
yeah, but like Chain Gang All Stars, I'm like, I for some reason I see it, I think lit fic or historical fiction.
I think fantasy.
The Light Pirate, what is that? Looks like lit fic to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I think that this year either there wasn't a lot for them to choose from or they did not do a great job picking.
Lindsay, call me crazy, but I was like my sci-fi to have science in it. You crazy girl.
You
You're like the girl
are.
on TikTok who's like, call me crazy, but I just do not love store-bought pesto.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like
Yeah, no,
weird.
this is exactly how I feel. It was okay, but not a winner. Like, it was fine, but
Mm.
yeah. Um, yeah, I agree. A lot of them are more literary or fantasy type covers. I do agree.
It's like, look, I think there obviously have been a lot of positives to the bookish space online. But one thing we have gotten wrong, or not wrong, but the publishing has just took and
Ta
ran with is
taken?
the love of pretty things, wanting to photograph pretty things. But some things need to be like, yes, maybe you don't like that big spaceship on the cover, but I know it's a sci-fi book, okay? I don't want no little
Yeah,
anime
like this.
thing. Like, yes, give me, or just like those classic like 90s fantasy covers, like everything doesn't need to be a beautiful illustration. I don't know. Sometimes I think we need to focus less on the gown.
Back in
More
my
on the
day, when you went to the bookstore,
story.
you would see cartoon people on spaceships, and you thought, "This is sci-fi."
This is science fiction.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I would be here for some sort of like He-Man-esque, or like Conan the Barbarian-esque space opera cover. I think that would be very fun and fun
Yes.
and kitsch, yeah.
Even and I like a illustrated romance cover, but even sometimes I'm like, can we just I want some of them to look different.
I like them too, but I am tired of it.
I just want a mixture. I feel like everything is getting this beautiful illustrated wildly and I'm like, okay, what's the book about? Oh,
Uh,
what's
if
yeah,
you know, and
at
Paul,
least
you are exactly correct.
come on. We're not
Uh,
asking for much.
also, yeah, Fabio, let Fabio wield a
Where is he?
sword or like a laser or something.
I want some abs and a yeah, a sword on the front of my cover. Okay? I
Yeah. Oh,
want it
yeah.
kitschy.
Yeah, make it clear. And I think
Like,
Jess, you're saying this really, Jess K says this very well. Covers have been losing the identifiable genre cues.
yes.
Yeah,
Like
like how
Land
do
of
I
Milk and
know
Honey, I thought that was a literary fiction book.
for sure. Yeah.
Um, yes, that is such a good way.
Like the
I know that
bridge.
doesn't
I would
matter
never
or
have
like
guessed this was sci-fi. This
no.
looks like lit fic to me.
Yes. And it's like if you don't know the person's name, and you can't always trust a bookstore to have things, depending on the size of the bookstore, indie or whatever,
Mhm.
to have things shelved in the right area either.
Yeah.
Because I have been some places and I'm like, excuse me, why is this over here? Why is this over here?
Yeah.
Oh,
And this is a good point, Priscilla. I also think that they are putting a lot of literary things into these other genre categories. They definitely did that in mystery thriller. And it's like, leave this with the literary folk. They're going to get excited that there's kind of a plot in
yeah.
this. Give it to them. In our genre category, this isn't going to do it. Like we're
You
used
need it
to,
to be of the genre. The little hint of
yeah,
this, that goes in literary.
yeah, yeah. If it's like, oh, look, there's one plot item happens in
Yeah.
this entire book, and
They're
then
like,
we go
oh, they
back to
talk about the possibility of us going to the moon in 50 years, and then the
yeah,
rest is just on Earth. I'm like, what is
and then it's about
this? Was
climate
not
change, and you're like,
sci-fi.
okay, okay.
Just because you're talking about the world's a bad place, the world is a bad place. So this is no longer dystopian. This is not sci-fi. This is a literary fiction novel. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then moving to what I think a lot of us thought was one of the stronger categories that actually felt a little more representative. Oh my God,
Oh,
Stephen King won. I am shocked. I
uh,
am so surprised.
man.
I, yeah,
What? I never think it.
yeah.
Let's see. So Grady, 30
Grady.
made 30,000. Sylvia Marina Garcia only got 15. I feel like I heard a lot of good things about Silver Nitrate. She's not for me, but I know a lot of people love her.
I read 3 of her books for a try and author tag, and I thought this was the weakest of the 3 that I read.
Mm,
So, yeah.
I know Grady couldn't take out Steven with this one.
No, but I love King Kingfisher. That Vampires of El Norte, I will maintain saying was not nearly enough vampire considering it's literally on the cover. But
Okay, that's another thing. I'm tired of titles like books called something assassin. It ain't no assassinating happen. Now you call Vampires of El Norte. Where are the like if you're
show
gonna
me
put
the
it in the
vampire.
title, it better be all up in the book. God damn it.
Yeah.
Be
Show,
pissing me off.
where's Lone Women is 12? What?
I'm listening to
It's,
it right now. At first, I was like, but I've got like 30-ish%, and I'm like, oh.
oh yeah, and let me know when you get to the moment. You'll know when you hit it.
Oh.
Because I was like, that was when I was like, oh, okay, Victor Laval is doing some different shit here. Like this
Okay.
book is not going the way I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, you got my ear.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I really like this, and I'm very disappointed it's this far down, but I do like the T Kingfisher. I like the Grady Hendrix. This was historical fiction with a soupçon of paranormal. This was good at the beginning and end, but the middle dragged, I thought.
have you read any of Mona Awad?
No, I was gonna make Rouge my first one, but then I started seeing more reviews and was like, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yes, the moment. If you know, you know. Stephen King needs a term limit. He won. He should be ineligible. I agree.
Get him out of here. Thank you. Retire.
Yeah.
You don't need a Goodreads award. You don't need attention. You don't need notoriety. We know who you are.
Yeah. Oh,
Please.
yes, I agree with Small Channel. Vampires of El Norte is giving me the same vibes as the Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay on the vampire stuff. The whole thing about that Pallbearers Club is that it was like horror and like, are they vampires? And no, it's just like literary navel gazy fiction, which is fine, but that's not what I was sold. I was sold horror.
I'm tired of being befuddled, confused,
Don't lie to me.
Tell me what I'm getting, damn it. If you have to lie to the reader to get them to pick up the book, sounds like a you problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's a disappointment that Stephen King won, but at least he won in this one and not mystery thriller.
Reading Silver Nitrate was like watching paint.
Yeah. And I will, Gabby, I agree. This, I think, is one of the more diverse categories in terms of all kinds of representation. So I do like that.
What is
okay. Moving on to young adult, which neither of us is that invested in. Divine Rivals, shock.
Oh my God, what?
OMG.
Crazy. What is that?
Nearly by twice as much as
even over Stephanie Garber, which is surprising.
She Don't Know Me. What has she written?
What did you say?
She Don't Know Me.
Oh,
that's my way of saying I don't know who that is. Like,
she don't know me.
She Don't Know Me. Who is that?
Why is this Holly Black? Is this the same series? Why is it still? This is my problem with this. If this is not the same series with Jennifer L. Armentrout, because it looks the same. Looks the same as the other, whatever that one was called.
Oh yeah, the I don't know. They're all the same. Whatever that series is.
Not Cassie had a young adult.
Oh, Stephanie Garber did Caraval. Okay,
which I thought was terrible.
Okay,
and I haven't read nothing from her since.
Okay, Cassie, do you know what my takeaway is so far from romantasy in this category? Because let's be real, romantasy is basically just new adult.
Yeah.
And the fact that Cassie Clare was like 8th in fantasy. I think some of these OG or like the late teens, early aughts YA mainstays, I think that they may be like kind of on their way out a little bit and getting replaced by whatever is popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like maybe we're about to see Sarah Janet and all of them like
could you
fall off a little bit.
I don't know. People love Sarah Janet. I feel like unfortunately Sarah J. Maas also has the appeal to people who don't typically read or people who don't read any kind of like fantasy, because I've seen like random, like I'm on a bookbinding group on Facebook. The only reason I click on that godforsaken app, but it was on the timeline and it was like a girl I went to high school with and she was like talking about ACOTAR. Like I was like, when did you learn how to read? Let me stop.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those books that people who don't read.
Yeah.
But I wonder if TikTok is driving different ones of those. Like Divine Rivals only won because it's so popular on TikTok.
Yes. Which I feel like I don't think that's going to get due for me what I want. Oh.
Flock of the Air.
Yes, I am happy because that one was so good. Yes, it is. Oh.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true. And Legends and Lattes, that's one that got big last year that got him a deal.
I know you didn't like it. The Atlas 6 wasn't TikTok.
Oh yeah. That was a TikTok book. Mariana Zapata and Romance, she's getting a big traditional publishing deal for some of her backlist. So yeah, self-pub, social media helping self-pub authors get a wider readership, and then traditional publishing.
Yep.
It's definitely a trend.
There was someone else, I can't remember. That author, someone mentioned earlier, Liz Tom Ford, but I haven't read anything from her, but there's like, because she's like this white author, but she has these black romance books. And then she got the deal with Berkeley because they blew up on TikTok, and it's like,
oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
It's unique.
I just read a romance from Chloe Liesel.
I haven't. How was it?
Well, I was surprised because she's one of those Kindle Unlimited authors I'd kept meaning to try. Like I had 3 or 4 books from her on my wish list to get to at some point. But Berkeley is putting out, I think, a whole series of them from her that were previously published. And I didn't love it at first, but like once I kind of got in the groove of the writing, I actually really enjoyed it. And it had so much disability rep, like more
Mm.
than I think I've ever seen in one book. Like
Yeah.
I'd say most of the cast had some kind of disability,
Okay.
either like mental health or physical. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I'm down with this trend of some of these KU
Yeah.
authors getting these deals.
I've seen her
But
books around and haven't, so I'll have to pick up one. Which one did you read? Or you read multiple?
um Always Only You, because it was a friends to lovers.
Mm.
Um
Yes,
and
Isabella. Even
version,
more
which
offensive.
is one of my favorite tropes because
Which one?
Always Only You.
Oh. No, what was your favorite trope?
Oh, Virgin Hero.
Oh.
Because I don't know. I think it takes some of the dynamic is often less toxic in my opinion because
Yeah.
they're not just like,
Hey. Haha.
here's my yeah. Um let's see here.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
Messy. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
All the
Mm.
one that came. So because I don't know what it was. Maybe it could have been the audio I didn't love, but I tried to read the first one. I don't know if that one's the I got drunk and saved a
Oh,
demon
I would
or
not want to
being or
read that as
something.
audio. Yeah, I would not recommend Kimberly Lemming as audio for
Yeah,
sure.
that was a bad idea because I was like, oh God, no. I cannot listen to this.
I think letting your eyes kind of smooth over some of the weirdness in the writing is
Yeah.
helpful. Like I think
I wish it
hearing
would have
it.
because I was like, oh my God, I am going to scream. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Can I be the one? I would love to.
I didn't even realize. I think you told me that before, but I honestly can never remember who all are.
I mean, can we ever keep up?
There's too many of them out there. Okay. Okay. Allie Hazelwood winning is not surprising, but very close second
No.
is Jennifer Lynn
What was in
Barnes.
this? I'm like, what was even in this category?
We got Karen McManus, another one that someone needs to stop. Like, let the
Give
one of
me
us go.
I'm going to New York. Me and publishing, me and the big, we gotta sit down. We gotta sit
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
um
I don't really have any strong feelings
yeah.
in this.
Um,
Sure. Okay.
cool.
Moving on. Okay, I just don't care about this category. Oh, Wayward won the debut. Okay.
Dang, two.
Two-time Goodreads Choice Award winner. What a prestigious
Okay. Wayward. What's the author's name? Emily Hart? Emilia?
Amelia Hart.
Emilia Hart. Okay.
Yep. And then Mame. I believe that's how we were told
I
is
think so.
Mame.
Mhm.
I've heard good things about that.
Was Looking for Jane last time one people said that was good?
Yes, that was
Um,
the one that they said was about
was
an
it
abortion clinic in the 70s.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is the one that only has 19.
What?
What? Why are there only 19 books in this category? Following new information from an author that had previously published under a pen name, one book was no longer eligible for this category and was removed. I bet that was the
The Wishing Game?
yes, I bet that's what it was
Oh.
because I thought
Oh, scandalous.
we read your smutty priest book, Tiffany Reich, and you are no debut author.
You can't fool us.
Yes.
Ah, wow.
Uh yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, sad Bandit Queen didn't win. I thought it was a
What was
really good
Bandit Queen?
debut.
What category?
This is the only category it was in.
Oh, what genre is it then?
I would say it's literary fiction with a crime element to it.
Mhm.
Um, but it was really good. a hard read, but it's like very darkly comedic.
Oh.
Looking for Jane has World War II women's back cover false advertising. It is so true. This really does look like it's in World War
Yes, that's
II.
what I thought. That's
I
because there's
thought so
so
too.
many like that. What is it, like the Paris something? There's so many World War II ones where it's a woman walking forward.
They word it like she told them she wasn't a debut. Well, you know. Not her fault that the one Goodreads employee didn't do enough research.
They have so much on their plate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this
hand counting every vote. and this year with Fourth Wing, there was a lot more votes than normal.
They're like the
so
Chads.
Yeah.
The Chads.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yes, I'm glad since his last book I read was amazing, and I need to get this one so I could get very angry.
I also love that Butts was the runner-up. Very close here. Look at that.
I need to let me stop. I need to stop just buying things. But did you read his? Because his yes, you did.
Evicted?
You read Evicted?
Oh, so good.
My God.
Yeah.
My word.
I think I'm next up in line for Poverty at the library.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping I get that one soon. But okay. So that was not no graphic novels, no middle grade, but 4 different Brittany.
It's Brittany, bitch. Dun, 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 dun,
you know, I was randomly thinking about her today.
Oh, yes, she beat out freaking Henry. That's right.
She did. I was thinking about her today and I was like, you know what? I'm so proud of her for getting this divorce. I'm so excited that she just gets to like live her life and make her own mistakes. Like, isn't this wonderful that she got to get married because she wanted to and now she's getting divorced because it wasn't a great fit? That's so nice that she can do that.
Yes.
Anyway, side note.
The woman in me. I'm just happy that Harry didn't move. Or Harry didn't win. Because I'm just so angry at that. But
apparently the wishing game was winning at the time it was removed. Scandal.
Scandal. It's an outrage.
I'm okay with that.
Or it could have been good boots.
Yep. Okay, so Brittany. So we got 3 celebrity memoirs.
I need to read Paris. Maybe Pamela. Kerry Washington. I'm glad, Ginger, you're down there.
You should have been dishing more tea if you wanted to be further up this list, Ginger.
Hello?
Okay, The Wager, that makes sense. That was a really popular book.
What is it, a shipwreck? I'm glad Elandria is not up there.
Yeah, his jump scare face.
Ooh.
Man, Twitter is circling the drain right now.
I officially am gone. Well, I'm trying to get my book club page off of there, but I can't figure out the password, but my account is gone. It's an end of an era. It hurts me so much, but that scum of the earth ruined my favorite app.
I know.
And
I'm waiting for Twitter.
Every time I logged on there, I was like, what the fuck is this?
More your Nazis per tweet ratio just kept going up.
Yeah. And literally, I'm sorry, you click on a tweet and then you may see one related tweet under it and then there's an ad. It was
I've been collecting a lot of things for our part 2 episode.
Oh yes. I have to make popcorn.
I've been screenshotting the terrible things he's been saying that people post. But it's on its way out.
I'm just like, what? Prayers do not work because I've been praying for his downfall. I mean, it's kind of happening, but not.
Oh, okay. Loser. We love it. And then what? Henry Winkler? Look at you, bud.
Fonz. Dang. I would have loved to see by Leslie Jones, but that was quick. That was close.
Yeah, that Yeah, that is so funny, actually. Like, what? Why
I
did
love
that
this
one
top
win?
4. We have the Fonz, Leslie Jones, Sure, I'll Join Your Cult, and
Nicole
Tough
and Tough
Titty.
Titties.
Okay, interesting.
I love the cover design of this. The like 70s.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
that font and the layer of colors. Like I was trying for the longest time to find someone to create a T-shirt for me with like this vibe. That's
Mhm.
the font I need.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm into the mood of that cover. Um
How to Stay Married, Not to a Man. Not-
okay. Well, what do we think, Jess?
I mean, the most shocking thing was just the gap in some of the votes.
Mhm.
But yeah, a very meh year. Not surprised, and a lot of the categories we called it. I guess Hellbent was a surprise to me, and Yellowface, but
Yeah. I mean, but neither like they weren't who I would have picked to win, like guessed would win, but they're not shocking.
yeah. I
So,
just wish that one Amazon didn't own Goodreads, but but like they would actually. I know it doesn't matter, and I know their story graph. Leave me alone. I just want it. I want to keep this. I just want it to be better. I
yeah.
want my social. I like to be nosy and see what people are reading. I like to read comments. Sometimes I like to read what people comment on what I'm reading. I don't
I
know.
yeah, I do like to get I like the feed and warning if you're my Goodreads friend, you're about to get exposed. But like I like coming through here and just seeing like what people
Mhm.
thought about things.
Yes,
Like, I don't know.
I like it. I like it. Let me be the second employee at Goodreads.
I just need them to hire a contractor who can add a DNF and a
Oh
half
my god,
star. If we
it
could get
can't be
that
that
going,
hard. It can't. It's like I can't do the coding part, but I can tell you all the things you need to do. So I'll sit there and be like, no, 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 don't do that.
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. Ugh.
But
It's
that that's
I'm
this
just
year.
2024. Obviously, I'm not perfect, and I'm probably gonna read some beautiful gowns because it's what happens. But like, I don't know. Lately, new releases, unless it's like by an author that I like, which I was, what I'm focusing on next
Mhm.
year or something. It's just rare. So much is getting pushed, and the quality just don't be there. Or like
Yeah,
the ratio of quality. Not like there haven't been great books, but I'm just like, I need to dig back into my backlist.
yeah. I yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what all my goals or plans are for 2024. And I think a lot of it is backlist focus because I definitely have some things I'm excited for. Like I just did my anticipated video. I know you just did yours. Like it's not that there's nothing I'm looking forward to. Hello,
Mhm.
Mirrored Heavens is coming out next year, which is the finale to Rebecca's
Woo!
trilogy. Um, so I'm very excited for that. Like there's things I'm excited for in 2024 with new releases, but like there's a lot that just doesn't like I'm not seeing a lot of new authors that are appealing to me.
Yeah.
It's more like ones I know and love already.
I've just saw a lot of books that when I was, because I honestly was like, I don't even think I have enough to make a video. And then most of them ended up being sequels. But when I was looking at list of just things coming out at 2024, and I'm like, ooh, normally I'd be like, I'd add this one, but I'm like, well, what makes this one different than this other one I said I was going to read? It's a beautiful cover. It kind of has the same premise.
Mhm.
It's just so
Yeah.
meh.
Yeah. So I mean, I never succeed in reading less front list. I every year I say I'm going to do that. I was just looking at my arc numbers for the year. And the last 4 years, I have read either 54, 55, or 56 arcs every single year. So,
Dang.
like, I keep thinking like, oh, I'm going to read fewer this year. And then I always read almost the exact same number.
It's
So
hard when they like, I mean, just this is the nature of being like in a community where you hear people talk about it. You're like,
I
okay,
know.
well, I wasn't gonna, but now, and then especially if you get like it's sent to you, or maybe just on NetGalley, you're like, well, I didn't buy it.
Well, especially if I'm auto approved and I don't even have to wait for it. If it sounds like I'm gonna like it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like I'll just read that. That sounds great.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. I
but
hope 2024 is a better year for publishing, and all I know is that when these bindery books come out, I'm gonna read them, and I'm gonna see what the fuck these people have been paying for.
okay.
At least one of them. Who knows? Let me not promise anything. But I'm just like,
You can be a secret shopper to see what the
but yeah, it'll be interesting. See what else TikTok pushes or what becomes the phenomenon of 2024. That'll be
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that is a good point. We don't even know yet what we're gonna be enticed to read yet, because the TikTok girlies haven't told us yet.
Yeah.
So
We're waiting on instruction.
It could be front list, or it could be some random book from 10 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
we
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
yet.
When I wasn't on TikTok in 2020, I remember during lockdown just seeing people crying about like, what was it? They were because they were bringing back older books. Not me. Not me. Dang it, what's that one that everyone cries on? It's by Madeline Middle.
Achilles heel, or
Yeah.
Song of Achilles. There you go.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Where are y'all coming from? Yes, you are. I have my notes. I just have not made that video yet.
Stay tuned.
And me. I mean, the call was fine. Like, they're really nice people and they answered my questions, but I still told them, like, I'm still gonna say this feels like something doesn't feel. I was like, I'm gonna, they're like, well, happy to answer any like follow-up questions if you think of something, like if you want to talk again. I just doesn't.
I mean, hey, good on them for having understanding and appreciating the power of community.
But I'm just like, I want to. Obviously, they have like each. I think 4 of them have books under contract, and they'll be going, and they should be coming out like next fall-ish, I think.
Okay.
So I think seeing that whole thing to completion, like here's the thing. While I would love to get the behind the scenes scoop, I don't want to pay money to be on somebody's thing, to be in this thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, how do I know? But anyway, I think after the first book comes out, the first round of books, that'll be kind of like really see. I mean, I guess we wouldn't get everything. The author probably, can't tell you if they actually did get their advance or something, but I don't know.
Watch this space.
Yes.
We'll
keep our eyes peeled.
We'll keep our eyes open. But yeah, that wraps up my month of Goodreads choice awarding. And now I can just fully embrace Listapalooza for the end of year.
List like whoa. Woo.
Yes. And I'm doing live lists this year a little bit, just because of like timing of filming things.
Yeah, that's smart.
So my first live one will be next week, doing my romance list.
Oh yeah, so, you have all your categories, your genres.
Yes.
Excited.
Yeah. Next week we also have a new episode of Watoot coming out. Welcome to Arp and Tabs, wherein I fill Jess in on a niche drama, a niche community drama.
Wow. Who knew? Oh no.
Yes. I don't know what the one after that's going to be. We need to decide when we're going to film that. Yeah.
Oh, look, it feels like such an early evening. Dare I go to bed? No,
I gotta make myself some dinner and feed the cats before they
very important
eat my foot.
We don't want.
But Jess, where can the people find you on these internet streets?
Jess Owens on my YouTubes, and Said by Jess on TikTok and Instagram. That's about it. That's where I do.
Not Threads?
No. I haven't committed to Threads yet. I don't know.
Okay.
So as of now, no. Isabella, I don't know if I will be making a video about that lady.
I don't even know what that is.
I only know like the bare minimum amount, but she's a debut author who's been like review bombing other debut authors or something. Something like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Who knows? You know, my mental levels.
Yeah. Well, hey, it'd be juicy. You can get that sweet December ad revenue.
I know. I'm fighting with my mind, like, girl, get up and film some videos, okay? We have a credit card to pay off. But then my brain is like, but the bed.
I know. Well, you can film from bed.
Yeah.
That'd be so cozy.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, of course. A 31-page Google Lord.
What? Okay, you got to cover this, Jess. I'm gonna just say on behalf of the people, I need more details about this. So,
what the hell is this shared Google Drive? Oh, sweet Jesus. Isabella, send it to me or send the link. I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, send DM her the link or something. Yeah, you can make it like a voiceover commentary, so you don't even have to be on camera. You could just like do a voiceover and show things.
The Crown of Stars.
You can show them the 31 pages. Wow. Okay. Well, potentially keep an eye out on Jess Owens' channel, because that sounds like some juicy drama that we might be getting a review of.
Send me the energy to film it, and no, the problem is the editing. Send me the energy because I can film it all day. You know how many videos have gone to die on my memory card?
Oh my god, I know. I have a folder called abandoned videos.
Yeah. Someone suggested I do a compilation of all the videos I filmed that did not make it.
I kind of want to do that. Looks and Lala did that, and I was like, good for you. Way to, like, good on you.
I will either just not, or I will start to edit it, and I'll be like, what the fuck were you even saying?
Yeah.
Or I'm like, girl, we can't. No. And I just.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that and just making it like a Patreon exclusive or something, because I'm like, I don't know if I want I don't know that I want the general public to see the light of day on some of this, but sure. You're curious.
Some of them. I have to see what they were.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being my three-peat guest, MVP, or what is it the girlies do now? They do this. And I will give it to them. It does look more like a heart, but it's harder to do.
I have to think about it.
I know. It hurts my muscles. Well, here you go.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
homework.
Stay tuned, guys. And thank you all for going on this journey with me. I'm never doing this again. I'll do these live streams, but I'm never reading the whole category again.
Don't. Save yourself.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Au revoir.
Have a good week. Bye.